Okay, so in the previous lecture we discussed about the what is the mechanism of opening and closing of stomata, and this is the most accepted mechanism of opening and closing of stomata, that is the active potassium ion transport theory. So this theory is mostly accepted to explain the mechanism of opening and closing of stomata. Now we today we discuss about the next, the one of the important hormone, that is plant hormone, which play a very important role in the transpiration process, that is we called as a ABA. So long form of ABA is the abscisic acid. So this abscisic acid, the important role of this abscisic acid is that to prevent the transpiration or to check the transpiration. Okay, so how they are check the transpiration or how they are prevent the transpiration. So this depend upon the previous theory, that is the active potassium ion transport theory. So main role of this ABA is that is blocks the active excretion of hydrogen ion from the guard cell. Okay, so this ABA they can block the movement of hydrogen ion from the guard cell. So because of blocking of this movement of hydrogen ion from the guard cell, so there is a active transport of this potassium ion into the guard cell is prevented. And due to this prevention of this movement of ion into the guard cell, so it prevent the stomata becomes open. So that's why the transpiration is checked. And secondly, in the presence of carbon dioxide, this leads to rapid acidification. Okay, so if this particularly abscisic acid, when in the presence of carbon dioxide, this leads to rapid acidification. Means if the carbon dioxide concentration is increases in the guard cell, so it leads to the acidification, and this leads to there is a whatever we call as a, that is the concentration of guard cell is not increased in order to uptake the water from the subsidiary cell. So that's why the stomata, that guard cell become flaccid and transpiration is checked. So and lastly, it prevent the uptake of carbon dioxide. So uh, because of they are block the movement of hydrogen ion, so they prevent the entry of potassium ion from the outer cell into the guard cell. Okay, so this is the about the role of ABA in stomatal closure. Okay, so the closing of stomata is particularly the ABA is the main hormone which are responsible for the closure of stomata. Okay, so it depend upon that theory. So that's why I'm taken here to explain the role of ABA in the transpiration. Then this is the in figure we see that how the ABA they can act while they are check the transpiration. So these ABA which are produced in the cell, so they can be distributed in different cells, and particularly in the guard cell, they prevent the entry of, that is the hydrogen ion from the guard cell, and due to which there is a, that will be called as the entry of potassium ion into the guard cell is prevented. And this is the same theory. Then the another one of the important aspect of this transpiration, that is the why transpiration is significant, or why transpiration is called as the necessary evil. Okay, so there is two words in this sentence, that is the necessary and evil. So why it is called as necessary and why it is called as necessary evil. Okay, so necessary means that this particular process is significant for the plant point of view. Why they are significant for plant point of view? So there are many different significance. They are when this process of transpiration occurs, there are simultaneously there is also one of the important processes occurs, that is we call as intake of carbon dioxide. So this particular process, that is intake of carbon dioxide, is important for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, while the that stomata is open, when there is entry of carbon dioxide into the that cell, so at the same time there is a excretion of oxygen from this cell. So okay, so whatever the oxygen which are produced in the process of photosynthesis, they are removed through this stomata, and whatever the carbon dioxide required for the process of photosynthesis is entered into the plant cell through this guard cell, okay, or this opening that is we called as a stomata. So this in the process of photosynthesis and the respiration, in both the process, that in and out of this carbon dioxide and oxygen, they are carried out through the by the process of this transpiration. Okay, then next significance is that is the cooling effect. Cooling effect means that due to the process of transpiration, we know that in the process of transpiration there is a loss of water vapor. Okay, so whatever the loss, they are in the form of water vapor, and this water vapor, they are in the vicinity of that plant. Okay, and due to this presence of water vapor in the vicinity of the plant, whatever the temperature which are increased in the vicinity of the plant due to absorption of light, due to absorption of light, so this increase in temperature will be reduced by this cooling effect. Okay, so this cooling effect is because of the, that is the, because of the transpiration, that is the whatever the loss through transpiration, they are in the form of water vapor. So the transpiration plays a role in the regulation of temperature, or it reduces the temperature, and due to transpiration the plant having a cooling effect. Okay, so this is the significance. Then it is important for the in and out of the carbon dioxide and oxygen gases for the process of photosynthesis and respiration. Then second important, that is effect on growth and developments. So we know that the whatever the photosynthesis and respiration process, that is we call as the important metabolic process. So this process, they are related with the directly to the growth and development. So that's why transpiration, due to transpiration, there is a process of the, it helps for the process of photosynthesis and respiration. So that's why it affects the growth and development. And also we know that the transpiration process is important for the absorption of water. Okay, if transpiration is occur, then and then only there is absorption of water. Okay, so if absorption of water is check, or if they are not, then the transpiration is also not. So that's why the transpiration is important for, or it affect the effect on the growth and development of a plant. Then next important, that is it effect on mineral salt absorption, directly or indirectly. Okay, so how they are affect the salt absorption directly and indirectly. So directly means that, if means along with the water, there are some of the nutrients which are present in the soil, they are absorbed with the water. Okay, so with the flow of water. So that's why when this transpiration is never occur, then the intake of this nutrients somehow they can be affected, and there is effect on the mineral salt absorption because of this transpiration. And last one, that is we discussed, that is the gaseous exchange. So carbon dioxide and oxygen, they are exchanged with the external environment through this stomata, or because of this transpiration process. So because of this different significance, the process of transpiration is called as a necessary. Okay, it is necessary. If this process is not performed by the plant, then definitely this affect this different thing, that is growth and development, the exchange of gases. So these things, they are affected, so that's why it is called as necessary evil. And why it is called as evil? Evil means evil in the sense of that whatever the loss which are occurs in the process of transpiration is tremendous. That is near about 80 to 90% or 95 98% of water they are lost in the process of transpiration. Okay, with the expenses of this significance. Okay, so means significance is there, but with the expense of, that is the 90 to 98% of water. So that's why it is called as evil. Okay, so if in the areas where there is a plant, or in the areas where there is a scarcity of water, for example in the desert area there is a scarcity of water, in such situation this amount of water is play a very important role. Or that the plant which are growing in such area, if they are do the transpiration by losing this amount of water, definitely the that particularly plant, they are in, they are wilted. So this particularly loss of water which are occurs in a plant, they are very dangerous. Okay, because of this plenty of water, these growth and development of the plant they are affected. So that's why it is called as a necessary evil. Necessary because of this importance. And why it is called as evil? Because whatever the water which are lost in this process, they are very tremendous amount of water, that is the 90 80 to 90% of water they are lost. And if this loss is same in the condition where there is a scarcity of water, then the plant is resulted into a wilting. Okay, so that's why the it is called as a necessary evil. The examination, the question may be asked, that is the why the transpiration is called as necessary evil. Comment on. So we should firstly enlist the what is the significance of the transpiration, and then we write about the two lines, that is why it is a evil. Means because of the tremendous loss of water. Okay, that is the 80 to 90% of water.